Hey YouTube, it's Sarah. This is my 13th week of pregnancy, and I was doing a video update. So, I've gained 2 pounds so far, which is good. I had a goal to gain 3 pounds in the first trimester, and my morning sickness has gotten better, so that's really helped out on actually being able to gain weight. Before I was getting sick almost any time of the day. It's pretty much just staying nauseous all the time. Now I think it's more hunger pains. I'm getting hungry a lot. I've been waking up in the middle of the night with my stomach just growling because I'm hungry and have to get up and eat a midnight snack. And if I don't get up and eat a midnight snack, then I normally end up getting sick in the mornings. But it's gotten a whole lot better, and hopefully will continue to get better. Let's see what else. My heartburn has gotten worse, and it's probably because I've been eating more. I can eat pretty much anything that I want now. Let's see. Before I was eating pretty good. I was eating fruits and vegetables, and right now I'm not doing too good at that. I went so long, being sick all the time. Now I pretty much just want to eat everything inside. Actually, you only need 300 extra calories a day, but I think I'm going over and actually am eating for 2. So if any of you all have some ideas, I am craving the bad stuff. I'm craving cheeseburgers and tacos and all those things that are probably not so good for me. Give me some ideas of what you eat that kind of helps curb your appetite. I don't really want to curb my appetite because I want to be able to eat good to gain weight, but what's the right words? Something, when you're craving something that's bad, is there anything that you all eat that kind of takes the craving away a little bit? Because I can't give into those cravings all the time, and I found myself craving candy. And I know I can't be eating candy all the time because I had sugar with my last pregnancy, so definitely want to watch the carbs. I'm definitely craving carbs and candy, so I'm trying to eat fruit to try to, it don't really take away the craving, but it kind of curbs it a little bit. So it's got more natural sugars in it. So if you all have any ideas of something that you eat that's healthy but is still good, let me know. Let's see. Oh, protein, iron, and calcium. Those are the things that you need most right now. And I think I get a lot of calcium from milk. I'm a big milk drinker and can actually keep it down now. I don't know how good peanut butter is for you, but I have a jar of peanut butter, and I'm fixing to write my name on it because I just take it and eat out of it with a spoon. But I found peanut butter and celery is good. That kind of helps. Peanut butter kind of fills me up faster than other stuff does. And I definitely have no problems with protein, but eating leaner meats, I know the meat has to be cooked all the way through, which is fine because I'm like that anyway. I always like stuff, overly done. But I'm trying to eat lean meats, not really eat, a lot of meats that has all that fat in there, which is mostly the lighter color meats. And then lunch meat, you're not supposed to eat cold, but I mean, unless you're eating a hot ham and cheese, who wants to eat a sandwich, with, deli meat and heat it up? A lot of people just kind of slap turkey or whatever on there. So, if y'all have any ideas about protein, let me know because I'm having some issues with it, trying to figure out how to get in healthy protein. Let's see what else. Oh, sleeping. I'm not as sleepy. Before, I was just tired all the time. I didn't want to do anything. I wanted to take a nap. I got up, cleaned, whatever, I never really had the energy to do it. But I'm getting some energy back. I'm still going to bed about 8 o'clock, still getting tired early, but I'm finally getting some energy back. But let me show you. I know I've only gained 2 pounds, but I can tell a difference in my belly, and it is definitely changing the way that I sleep. I am uncomfortable at night. Definitely no longer can sleep on my back because of the heartburn. Can't sleep on my stomach. So,
Mommy.
yes, sweetie, hold on.
Mommy, are you done?
Not yet. I'll be done in a minute, okay?
Okay.
Alright. That's my little one in there. Okay, so I want to show you. If you haven't invested in one of these, this right here, the body pillow, you can get them for like $10 or $15. They have them at Walmart, Kmart, just about all your regular stores. So, I cannot sleep without that thing. And the body pillow has practically been my best friend through all of the pregnancies. So, if you are having trouble sleeping, then you might want to try and get a body pillow. It's really helped me out a lot. I just kind of tuck it in between my legs, and I use it as a head pillow too. My husband calls it the barrier that's in between us, but really it's the only way I can really get comfortable at night. And you know, the further you get along, the harder it is. So it really works for me. So I have a ruler here to kind of see. And right now the baby's almost 3 inches. Let's see. Here we go. So the baby's about this big, which that's pretty long, and weighs almost an ounce. So it's exciting that the baby's starting to grow. It's also more exciting that, you know, finally getting out of that first trimester, and most miscarriages happen in the first trimester, so you know, the risk of miscarriage has kind of gone down a lot. This week the baby's fingerprints have formed on their fingers. I don't know if the baby is a boy or girl, but if the baby is a girl, then they've already started developing those eggs that whenever you know, they get older and can have babies of their own. So that's exciting that that happened so early. Oh, I had some questions about the previous cerclage that I wanted to address. So I go to the doctor 1 week from now, so exactly when I'm 14 weeks, and depending on how my cervix looks, they're going to schedule me for a cerclage. When I have it really is going to depend on how it looks. So after the surgery previously, I was on bed rest for a little bit, and I had some questions. People asked me, you know, were you bedridden through your whole pregnancy? And I wasn't bedridden. Every pregnancy is different. A lot of women are different. Some women have cerclages and they go and they work all the way through their pregnancy and they do great. Me on the other hand, I wasn't bedridden, but now I had to take it easy. I got the cerclage and my cervix continued to shorten and funnel even with it, and of course he was, you know, preemie even with the cerclage. But I still chose to get it because I knew it would take me further than what I could get in a pregnancy without it. So, I mean, yeah, I had to be on bed rest, but my cervix continued to shorten and funnel, and really whether you're on bed rest or not is really going to depend on that. So, I mean, just because I was on bed rest the whole time don't necessarily mean that, you know, you'll be on bed rest a lot of the time. And there's different steps of bed rest. You know, if a doctor puts you on bed rest to where he don't even want you to get up at all, he's pretty much going to put you in the hospital. Whenever it got to that point, they put me in the hospital, you know, but around the house, you know, they tell me to really take it easy, try not to do a lot of walking, try to keep my physical mobility to a minimum, but do a lot of resting. And I did that for a lot of the pregnancy. So I had an idea about this, remembering just how miserable that was. If any of you have been on bed rest, if you have any ideas about, I have 2 kids, so being on bed rest would definitely be hard for me. Trying to take care of them. I mean, bed rest is practically not an option with that. So if any of you have ideas, if you were on bed rest, maybe some activities that you did that kind of helped, get through it. Because, after you're sitting down for so long, all you want to do is just get up and run a marathon. So, last time I was on bed rest, I tried knitting, and I tried to knit my son a blanket. It turned out horrible. I wasn't very good at that. Let's see, what else did I do? I did crossword puzzles, board games. Something I did with the kids, I'd set a table and paint and color with the kids. Which this pregnancy is going to be different because I'm going to be pregnant during the summertime, further along, and that's never happened before. So if any of you all have ideas about, how I can still spend time with the kids and still be taking it easy, which I don't have to do that yet, but I pretty much know it's probably coming because it's came with the previous pregnancies. I had a question about work. I worked as a nurse aide, and that was something that I was not able to do during a pregnancy. When I worked as a nurse aide, I never made it through any of the pregnancies. So I actually didn't work through the last cerclage, but I do plan on working through this one. It is a lighter job. I won't be on my feet all the time. It's a desk job. So I'm not too worried about it. I actually think that I can take it easier there than being at home, being that, whenever you're home with the kids, you're constantly up cooking and cleaning and, playing with them, doing activities. And it's a lot on your body whenever, you have an incompetent cervix and, you're trying to, keep that pressure off. So, but everybody's different, I really talked to my doctor about those things, and they done the pelvic ultrasounds, or vaginal ultrasounds, and constantly, check my cervix and check for changes, for shortening and funneling, and my bed rest really depended on that. So, what I could do. So, I mean, if they didn't want me to work, they would definitely, let me know. I asked a lot of questions, when they said take it easy, I always said, okay, now what do you mean take it easy? How easy do you want me to take it? I always ask those questions, I always want to know where I was at, because having kids at home or having a job, those are important questions to ask. So I think that's it. I would like to say that I have heard from a few of you who have watched this video because you have had previous pregnancy loss, and I'm sorry to hear about that. I know losing my daughter was very, very hard, but if we stick together, I really believe in the cerclage. After losing my daughter, I really going through a pregnancy after losing a baby, the pregnancy is completely different. Maybe in a way that some women can't understand if they haven't lost a baby. I found myself to be more, aware of my symptoms. Like, whenever you start to get further along, you start to feel pressure, which is a normal thing to feel pressure. But whenever I was 20 weeks, the only symptom that I had of fully dilating was pressure, and I was scared of that. So I really probably called my doctor too much, and I don't know. With the hormones and the emotions during pregnancy, some women get it more than others. I think it takes you back, but I try not to relate the pregnancies. This pregnancy, I try to say, okay, this is a different pregnancy than the pregnancy you know, with my daughter. You know, I still need to really watch it, but at the same time, you know, don't let myself get overwhelmed by what happened, because I have had a pregnancy after losing her, and the baby has made it through, and the cerclage did get me that far. So I try to have a good attitude about it, and try to be positive, and that way, you know, you really, if you worry all through your pregnancy, you know, that's not good. You know, you want to be able to enjoy being pregnant, because there's a lot of happy things about being pregnant. And so if you all have any, you know, questions, be happy to answer them for you, just based on my personal experience of how I really emotionally got through having, because there's a way of physically getting through another pregnancy after you have a loss, but there's also the emotional side. You're emotionally a different person during a pregnancy after losing a baby, and I guess all we can do is really stick together and, you know, hope for the best. So next week, whenever I get my cerclage, well, whenever I figure out when I'm getting it, I may get it next week, but they're scheduling it. I'll let you know and have an update. But until then, bye YouTube.